Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to do a practice for our connective tissue, for the fascia chains that are running throughout the body from the top of the head to the balls of our feet. And it's also going to tie in brilliantly with a lot of the meridian lines in traditional Chinese medicine. So to start, let's do a pose we don't normally sit in, but we'll extend the legs out. And you can bring them like hip width apart. And then we can bring the hands onto the thighs. We'll close the eyes down, and then I want you to drop back into your back body. At least be aware of your back body, as if you were kind of leaning into or being supported by a chair. And then bring that awareness to your breath, allowing your exhale to be longer than your inhale. Good. And then we'll start. You can keep your eyes closed. We're just going to stir the rib cage around the hips and the pelvis. And half of your circle will be the inhale and the other half the exhale. And then just notice anywhere where you have lots of range of movement and then where it is a little sticky. Good. Let's go the other direction. And making your way back to center. Maybe you'll keep your eyes closed, arms alongside body. Inhale, sweep your arms up, grow tall, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fingertips back to the earth. One more time, inhale. Long exhale, fingertips to the earth. Let's do it again, inhale. And then right hand to the earth, side bend through that left side. And you can really bend your right elbow. Inhale to cartwheel the arms, plant the left hand, and now side bend through the right side. Good. Inhale, cartwheel the hands. Let's bring the hands a little bit behind and almost a bit of a diagonal side bend. Cartwheel. Other side, a little bit of a diagonal side bend. Cartwheel. Let's bring the hands a little bit forward. Diagonal forward, bit of a side bend. Cartwheel the hands and that other side, a little forward, diagonal side bend. Cartwheel the hands. Let's bring the hands right out from the hip. Good, deep side bend. Cartwheel and side bend. Beautiful. Come back to center. Eyes can flutter open if they aren't already. Let's make our way onto hands and knees into one of my favorites, toe squat. So curl the toes under, wiggle your hips back onto your heels. Hands can come onto your thighs. Again, drop back into that back body. Relax. Maybe we close the eyes and then that longer exhale. All meridian lines or some major meridian lines and connective tissue fascia chains, they end in the balls of the feet. This is a very powerful shape for the whole body. Ears over shoulders. Good. On your next exhale, plant those hands forward on the mat. Let the tops of the feet come to the mat. You can sit on the tops of your feet for a full breath. And now we'll move our hands behind us. So you take it as deep as you want for your body today. You're gonna lift the knees and the calves up. So it's this great top of the foot ankle stretch. I love to close my eyes and then I can focus on my breath and the sensations. Good. And then shins can come to the earth, knees can come to the earth, and you make your way into tabletop. Now, hopefully you have two blocks handy. If so, grab those now. You're gonna bring them on their high edge, right here in front of your knees. You can plant your hands on them. You're gonna curl your toes under, and we're gonna come into dangling. So standing forward fold, but more of a dangle ragdoll. Ankles as wide as the hips, belly to thighs, chin to chest, a good bend in the knees. And then we'll start to open up the back of the legs just a little bit, right? No shaking, no where you feel there's like this push and pull force. Ease off a bit and just dangle, working this whole back fascia chain from the base of the skull down the back on either side of the spine, sort of does a little crisscross at the hips, goes down the legs, sort of spirals around back down the legs, over and around the heel and to the balls of the feet. So this whole back fascia chain. Most important, your long exhale. You're taking a peek at your toes. Can you kind of separate your toes on the mat manually with your hands? Just give them a nice little separation there. They're spread out nice, taking up lots of space. And then bring your hands onto the tops of your blocks if they aren't there already. Let's do a bear walk to the top of our mat. And let's start with the right. We'll step the right foot way back and we'll come into runner's lunge. And use those blocks right below the shoulders, looking straight ahead. Taking breath in. As you exhale, let the back knee land, top of the foot to the earth, sink into this nice low lunge, and then we'll add on to it. So right hand on right block, inhale, left fingertips towards the sky, rotating towards that front bent knee. Now, it doesn't need to look like anything perfect on the cover of Yoga Journal. It's enough. We just want to relax here and breathe. So we're working like this spiral fascia chain. We're working the liver, the gallbladder meridian. It's challenging enough. So add some softness into your top arm, softness into your face. We'll do about 4 more breaths here. And that long exhale out, hand comes down to the block. Curl the back toe under, lift the knee off the mat. So we're here in our runner's lunge. Let's do this again. So inhale, sweep that left fingertips towards the sky. Sinking hips to the earth, add softness in, and we'll stay and breathe. And as you exhale, left hand comes down to the block. We're going to straighten up both legs, and we'll let the back heel land. Right, probably recognize this feet formation. Again, we're going to do revolve triangle first. So right hand stays on your block. Inhale, may not move very far, but we're going to rotate open to the left. Keep a little bend in your knees, softness in your left arm. All right, we're not going for perfect. We're just doing these shapes that are kind of odd for the body. All right, we've got our hips and our legs going one way. We've got our torso rotated the other way. Beautiful. Exhale. Left hand comes down to the block. We can bend deep through that front knee. And now the left hand, you're going to float it forward and then roll open to the right, right into side angle. So if you like this practice, if you like this flow today, try it in the morning and then try it at night and see the difference. And your next inhale, straighten the front leg and right fingertips to the sky. Full triangle. Left rib sink to the earth. Make sure your neck is comfortable so your gaze might be down at your mat. Little squeeze of your shoulder blades. Softness in this top arm. And breathe. All right, exhale, hand comes down to the block. We'll just come high on those back toes right into runner's lunge. We're going to step the right foot forward and we'll step the left foot back. Let's do it all again on the other side. So bend deep through that front right knee. Nice breath in. And then as you exhale, the back knee can come to the earth. Simple low lunge. And then we'll add that awkward revolve twist here. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky, towards the sky. Top of the foot there, back left foot to the earth. So maybe one side has more space available than the other, makes sense. And when you exhale, let's bring that right hand back down to the block, turn towards the front of your mat, curl the back to under, lift the knee off the earth. Runner's lunge, you know where we're going. Inhale, right fingertips towards the ceiling. Sink your hips to the earth. Find softness anywhere you can. Try to take a yang shape and make it yin. Exhaling slowly, bring that hand back down to the block. We'll straighten up both legs, let that back heel land. Resetting ourselves up, revolve triangle to start. Inhale, right fingertips towards the ceiling. Yeah, very awkward. May not have very much range of motion. I'm with you. Wherever you are, let's just breathe. Trying to make the exhale longer than the inhale. And that slow exhale, right hand can find the block. You can bend deeply through that front knee. Slide your right hand, right block nice and close to the right ankle. Inhale, sweep your right arm forward, and then roll open to the left. So you find your side angle. Next inhale, straightening the front leg, and now the left fingertips move towards the ceiling. Be thoughtful and kind to your neck. I like to look down. And that right ribs, they're going to sink towards the earth. Nice. And exhale, left hand comes down to your block. Turn to face the top of your mat. We'll step the left foot to the right foot, and we'll just check out dangling again. Ankles as wide as hips, belly to thighs, chin to chest, little opening in the back of the knees. Using your blocks for support. Close the eyes down and envision that back chain of fascia. Good, and then hands to the earth. Let's come down onto our knees. And we'll come through to seated with our legs extended out in front of us. And we're going to cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. And if you have socks on, you'll want to take them off. You're going to want to thread your right fingers through your toes of your left foot. So like you're holding hands with your toes. Take a moment to slide the toes down to kind of like the base of your fingers. And you can really hold on to the ball of the foot with your hand. And we'll sit up nice and tall, taking a good breath in. And on your exhale, I want you to hinge forward. And then when you're here, I like to maybe just put my elbow loosely on my left shin and then rest my forehead onto my fist or my fingers of my left hand. Nice long exhale. Maybe squeezing in a little closer, holding a little deeper. Good, and then we'll take a breath in as we curl on up. Release your toes, extend the left leg. Let's do it on the other side. Right ankle crosses left thigh. Take a moment to interlace your fingers between your toes, all the way through. And then like holding the ball of the foot, like you're holding hands. Breath in to sit up tall, lift through the heart, look up. And then exhale, hinge forward. Right, maybe finding support with your right hand on the forehead. Good, and folding a little deeper. And then inhaling, coming on up, releasing the toes, extending the legs forward, hip width apart, ankles as wide as hips, and then just melting forward into forward fold. Inhaling, coming back on upright, way onto our belly. You may want to like cross at the ankles, roll through table, and then down into the belly, down onto the belly. And we're going to bring the legs hip width apart again. So envision that, ankles in line with hips. And then we'll come up onto our elbows into Sphinx or baby cobra. We have a front line of connective tissue. So we'll get into that area. Any type of things going on with your spine, bring your legs wider. And then it's more challenging to bring the legs like as one unit, almost like a mermaid tail. So understand your body and pick the shape. Closing the eyes down, try to move the ears over the shoulders and the bottom ribs sink towards the earth. Very long exhale. And you know your body best. So staying here, or if you want to try deeper, I spin my fingers so they point out towards the sides. My thumbs are kind of pointing straight ahead and straightening the arms. We call it seal. Right, and again, ears over shoulders, bottom ribs Anchor towards the earth. Little softness in your elbows. And melting yourself back down onto the earth. All right, right arm extends out to the side, palm down. Come onto the right side of the head. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift the left leg up and roll onto your right hip. We call it broken wing. I like to slide my legs back a little bit. Tent my left fingertips at my heart. It's kind of my kickstand. It's like you're trying to roll onto your back, but your right arm is in the way. And then with your bent left knee, you can play with trying to roll on the outside edge of the left foot. So we just get gravity into the mix here. We're going to stay and breathe. This is working a few chains of connective tissue and a few traditional Chinese medicine meridians. They pretty much overlap. I think that's brilliant. And all you need to do is breathe. Nice, smooth inhale, long, thorough exhale. Releasing any restrictions or tension within the body, energy-wise or physically wise. Take a little screenshot in your mind on how this side of your body feels. Okay, where is it feeling lovely? Where is it not feeling so lovely? And then when we get to the other side, you can compare and notice. All right, let's seamlessly slide into the other side. So we'll slide the left arm right along the floor. We'll come back onto our belly. All right, we'll slide the right fingertips so they're underneath the right shoulder. Come onto the left side of the head. Lift that right leg up and over. And then make your adjustments. Allowing the bones to be heavy. And the muscles and the connective tissue to be soft and heavy. And on your next exhale, you can roll onto your front and keep rolling all the way onto your back, centering yourself up on the mat and bending the knees. And here's where we're going to hopefully find a block. We're going to do the front line again. We're going to do it with supported bridge. So first or second height, we're going to extend the legs long in our supported bridge. So you'll know your body best. I'm going to try that second height. So bring it behind the pubic bone. Right, and then when you're ready, start to straighten your legs out. Mine end up as wide as the mat. And then we can bring the arms up a little overhead. Chin towards chest. And just allowing the front line to open here in the pelvis, the hips, the hip flexors, the low belly. And quiet right down. This is our last shape. Slowly, with the least amount of movement, bring the hands down, find your block. Sliding one foot along the mat, bend the knee, and slide the other, bend the knee. A little lift, slide your block out, hips go to the earth, and we'll slide the legs long once again, sliding right into Savasana. And let's roll the palms down onto the earth. It's nice and grounding. Roll the knees and the feet open to the sides. Take up a lot of space. A few moments of breathing here, so allowing all that to integrate. The movement of the energy through the meridian lines and the movement of the blood and the fluid through the chains of fascia. You're welcome to stay here longer, as long as you like. If you're ready to come on up, we can reach the arms overhead and it's just a gentle long reach. Bending both knees. Let's roll off to one side. We'll come on up and let's do what we did at the beginning. Let's have the legs straight out in front of us instead of that crisscross applesauce. Let's do them straight out in front. Wiggle around so you feel secure and comfortable. Remember, let's drop back in that back body. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Palms touch, slide that down to heart center. 3 things you're grateful for in this time and space. Cleansing breath in through the nose. Long exhale out through the mouth. And let the eyes flutter open. Thank you for practicing with me.